Welcome back to Living Word Daily. Subscribe and join us as we journey through one of the most powerful stories ever told, the story of Moses, the man chosen by God to lead his people from slavery to freedom. Long ago, in the land of Egypt, a cruel Pharaoh ruled over the Israelites. They were forced into slavery, building cities and monuments under the burning sun. But as the Israelites grew in number, Pharaoh grew fearful. He gave a terrifying order: every newborn Hebrew boy must be thrown into the Nile River. Yet in the midst of sorrow, hope was born. A Hebrew woman gave birth to a baby boy, beautiful, innocent, and destined for greatness. Unable to bear losing him, she placed the child in a basket coated with tar and set it gently on the river. The basket floated down the Nile until it reached Pharaoh's palace, where the Pharaoh's daughter found the crying child. Her heart softened. She named him Moses, meaning drawn out of the water. Moses grew up in the palace, raised as an Egyptian prince. But deep inside, he knew he was different. One day, he saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave. Anger burned within him. He struck the Egyptian down and buried him in the sand. When word spread, Pharaoh sought to kill him. Moses fled into the desert, leaving behind the only life he had ever known. In the wilderness of Midian, Moses built a new life. He married Zipporah, the daughter of a shepherd, and tended his flocks. One day, while leading the sheep to Mount Horeb, he saw something extraordinary: a bush burning with fire, yet not consumed. As he drew near, a voice called out from the flames, "Moses, Moses." He answered, "Here I am." God spoke, "Take off your sandals, for the ground where you stand is holy. I have heard the cries of my people in Egypt. I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people out of slavery." Moses trembled. He felt unworthy, afraid, and uncertain. But God promised to be with him, giving him the power to perform miracles. So, Moses returned to Egypt with his brother Aaron by his side. He stood before Pharaoh and declared, "Let my people go." But Pharaoh's heart was hard. He refused, and Egypt was struck with 10 mighty plagues. Water turned to blood, frogs filled the land, hail fell from the sky, darkness covered Egypt, and finally, the firstborn of every Egyptian household perished. In the dead of night, Pharaoh called for Moses and said, "Go. Leave Egypt, you and your people." The Israelites gathered their belongings and left in haste. But soon, Pharaoh changed his mind and sent his army after them. As the people reached the Red Sea, trapped between water and Pharaoh's soldiers, panic filled the air. Then God spoke again. Moses lifted his staff, and the waters parted. Walls of water rose on both sides, and a dry path appeared. The Israelites crossed safely, and when Pharaoh's army followed, the sea crashed down upon them. The people were free at last. But the journey wasn't easy. In the wilderness, they grew hungry and thirsty. They complained and doubted God. Yet God provided manna from heaven, water from a rock, and his presence in a pillar of cloud by day and fire by night. On Mount Sinai, Moses met God once more. Lightning flashed, thunder roared, and God gave Moses the 10 Commandments, divine laws to guide his people. But when Moses descended, he found the Israelites worshiping a golden calf. In anger, he broke the tablets and rebuked them. Still, God's mercy endured. He renewed his covenant, and Moses led the people onward toward the land God had promised. For 40 years, they wandered through the desert. Moses grew old, but his faith never wavered. He saw the promised land from Mount Nebo, though he would never enter it. There, his journey ended, but his legacy lived on. Moses, the deliverer, the lawgiver, the man who spoke with God face to face, remains one of the greatest leaders in all of history.